everyone, my name is Handi. I am a cardiology specialist registrar. I'm based usually in the West Midlands region, but I've got the offer to start my higher education in PhD in London. I'm trying to observe how chemotherapy medications could affect the heart, and sometimes cancer patients may be able to survive the cancer but ended up with permanent heart damage because of the chemotherapy. I've never thought of myself becoming, any other kind of professions, any other professional. I always think that I have the initial curiosity on how human body works and how it could affect other things internally and how it could affect from the external side as well with medication and so on. Being an outsider, being a minority, people tend to underestimate you and keep saying, no, there is no way you could get to medical school. People say, why can't you choose any other degree that's easier for you rather than wasting your time touching the impossible? Because it is difficult to become a doctor for a local British, let alone international students and so on. It was very hard at the beginning, but in the end, I seem to have this mechanism where I'm trying to prove people wrong. That seems to work with me very successfully. At the end, people appreciate that because not many people could do that, and few Indonesians able to do medicine, especially cardiologists. It's not a small achievement, but it's something to be proud of, but not being arrogant about it. Yeah, I think I always set my mind that I will eventually return back to Indonesia, and the reason is because I think it comes back to why I want to go abroad. Really, I want to go abroad because I want to learn from the best, and I'm doing that at the moment. Once I got enough knowledge, skills and attributes that I could all absorb from the UK and all from the international community, then hopefully I can go back home with lots of knowledge and skills that I could share and try to improve the practice where I will end up doing in Indonesia. That's my kind of a dream and ambition even before I set my foot away from Indonesia. I've never changed the course from that up till now. When I was 19, 20 years old, I was chasing this girl that kept avoiding me. So it was quite difficult because she lives in Sumatra, I live in Jakarta. So it's difficult to meet up, and the fact that she avoids me also make it quite difficult. So I ended up calling her father saying that, dear sir, I would like to come to Medan, and I don't have anyone in Medan I know yet, so I need some place to live. So can you kindly give me a room for 2 weeks? Surprisingly, she said yes. So I ended up staying at her home with her families. At the end of 2 weeks, I ended up making a good report to the family rather than to her. And in the end, we became boyfriend and girlfriend at the end. So it did pay off, and eventually she is my wife. So. All good couple, great couples must have a good communication, isn't it? So some of us might experience long distance, and my wife and I also had to do long distance as well for about 10 years, I think, in total. So it was very difficult, and many people say that you're not going to last that long because of the long distance. So as long as the communication is good and commitment as well, then that would be two key points that I could really share and give some tips. Knowing that people kind of underestimate you and saying that the only thing you can do is going up rather than going further down. So there is nothing can stop you really apart from yourself. So never say die. Keep going. Keep being committed to what you want to achieve. And it is difficult to be Indonesian abroad, I must admit, but keep on walking, as I'm sure any and every one of you will be successful in whatever career path that you choose.